Today's horoscope from AstroCademy, Leo August 19, 2024. Although cooperating with others more often brings work rewards these days, today's Venus-Pluto transit can find you temporarily overwhelmed. You have a tendency to hide your difficulties from others, but your tension could be palpable. Try to share the load, or, if you simply can't bring yourself to do it, look for ways to reduce stress. You're in excellent shape, in fact, if you allow yourself to work through things one step at a time. Later today, a Mercury-Uranus square comes into play, and there can be some wild cards to manage, which can be fun, exciting, or disruptive, depending on the situation and your perspective. Watch for a tendency to worry or plan poorly because you're in a nervous state. Speaking too quickly on a matter can be a problem when you're tense. Fortunately, putting more of yourself into a project can be satisfying. Beware the rocky roads today and tomorrow. We'll be feeling the tension. Mental Mercury, our cosmic messenger sizzling in a retrograde through the kingdoms of your solar house of romance, true love, and passion, will receive a thunderbolt from an angry Uranus now in your solar house of finances. This means that you could hear sudden challenging news around these matters and your lover or crush may be very frustrated with how you've been handling things. Nervous tension and upsetting news could appear, so take a deep breath. This, too, shall pass. Intense feelings around your community will arise. You may feel strongly about networking when the Moon in Aquarius conjuncts Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. A deep desire to purge may lead you to purge your social media. It could be an excellent time to unfollow and even block colleagues that you no longer want to be associated with. Likewise, cosmic energy could encourage you to transform your community. You will benefit from networking since you could become friendly with powerful professionals in your industry. Align yourself with the best of the best in your career path. This period is all about transformation, something you will be particularly well adapted to do, using the positioning of the planets as a safety net to make the emotional changes you need in your life. Try to separate the chaff from the wheat, so to speak, and concentrate on the relationships that give you sustenance. Likewise, choose to eat what gives you strength rather than what takes away your strength. Getting enough rest is imperative when you are living life to the fullest. This is a wonderful day, notably in your sentimental life. In fact, you could feel like you have wings. Meeting someone uncommon who opens up totally new horizons to you is totally possible if you keep your options open. Sustained by your iron will, interested by the social aspects of existence, your humanism will open up new perspectives in your relationships. Let yourself be carried along by this communicative vibration. The Moon's only visit to your career sector while Venus is in your work sector creates a favorable aspect today, and the timing couldn't be better. This occurs just as Mercury has moved out of retrograde motion, removing obstacles in work and job matters. Additionally, with the dwarf planet Ceres still in retrograde motion in your career sector, opportunities from the past remain accessible. Balancing this dynamic is the Sun entering his last weekend in a playful and creative part of your chart, along with Mercury making his first appearance here after returning 2 days ago. With Mercury back in your romantic sector but in retrograde MO tie-in, this is once again making it easier to give your heart a voice and to put heart and mind on the same page but with a lot of focus on the past. Yet with the Sun always in direct motion, as the solar continues to shine on matters of the heart and the road ahead, Mercury is opening the doors to the past. Our eyes in the sky. As the Moon enters Aquarius and aligns with Pluto retrograde, you might notice a surge of intense emotions bubbling up to the surface. It's one of those days when your feelings might seem to carry an extra weight, and it can be challenging to shake off what's on your heart and mind. If you're finding it hard to detach, don't worry, that's perfectly natural. We all have those moments when our emotions feel larger than life. But remember, how you manage those emotions makes all the difference. Think about a time when you were overwhelmed by a situation or decision, and instead of reacting impulsively, you took a step back. Maybe it was during a disagreement with a friend, or perhaps when faced with a tough call at work. You knew that diving headfirst into conflict wouldn't solve anything, so you gave yourself space to breathe. That's the kind of energy today is bringing, a gentle reminder that sometimes the best course of action is to take a step back, reflect, and give yourself the room you need to regain your composure. And that's okay. Giving yourself space doesn't mean you're avoiding the issue, it means you're wisely choosing the right time to address it. By postponing important conversations or decisions until you feel more balanced, you're setting the stage for better outcomes. After all, we make our best decisions when we're calm and centered. In the midst of this emotional intensity, it's important to approach your responsibilities with a sense of calm and intention. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a steady, focused mindset, everything seems to fall into place a little more easily? That's the energy to tap into today. Take your tasks one at a time, and remember to be gentle with yourself as you navigate through the day. You don't have to have it all figured out in one go. And don't forget, amidst all the hustle and emotional processing, make sure you're carving out some time for joy. What activities light you up? Whether it's catching up with a friend, diving into a favorite hobby, or even just taking a walk outside, those small moments of happiness can make a big difference in keeping you balanced. When the world feels chaotic, these simple pleasures remind us that joy is always within reach. Now, for those of you who are single, today might bring an unexpected but welcome surprise. There's a certain charm in the air, and you might find yourself catching someone's eye, or perhaps someone catches yours. It's one of those days when new connections feel exciting and full of potential. If you're open to it, don't be afraid to explore where these moments could lead. But remember to stay grounded. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement, but taking things step by step will help you avoid rushing into anything too quickly. Speaking of decisions, today might not be the best day for making big purchases or financial investments. With the current cosmic influences, there's a higher risk of acting on impulse, which could lead to spending more than you intended. Whether that's financially, emotionally, or even in terms of your energy. When we're caught up in the moment, it's easy to overlook the bigger picture, so take a step back and give yourself time to reassess. There's no rush, and giving yourself a little breathing room can make all the difference. As you move through the day, stay mindful of your energy and emotions. It's okay to take things slow, to reflect, and to prioritize your well-being above all else. If you've been feeling a bit off balance, what are some ways you can reconnect with your inner calm? Maybe it's talking through your thoughts with a close friend, practicing mindfulness, or simply giving yourself permission to pause and breathe. Whatever it is, know that taking care of yourself is always the right move.